Here we go. All right, what's going on, Kansas City and the rest of the world? But a special hello. Dang, a car went by, so if y'all heard that, we're just gonna let it roll. What's up, world, but especially Kansas City and Kansas City Chiefs fans. We're back for another episode of She Knows Football. So episode 1, we talked about quarterbacks. Yeah. And there's some stuff that we really didn't get to touch on and tap on, you know what I'm saying? So I want to open up the episode with that really quick. But I'm here with my lovely wife, the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's do it. And what's your name, ma'am?
It is Opal OG Gorman out here.
OG. Yeah. And she's going to be tapping in, just kind of sharing her thoughts and opinions on the upcoming season and just football in general. You know what I'm saying? So to let the world know that women can do this stuff too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 wide receivers for the upcoming 2022 season, right? Cool. But before we kind of, and then like, you still kind of formulating the list. You know what I'm saying? So we get to process this too with you, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Bet. Yeah. So off the list, you didn't have Matt Stafford on quarterbacks.
No.
The man just won a quarterback. I mean, just won a Super Bowl. He just won a quarterback.
I didn't put him on there. Listen, I think Matthew Stafford, of course, is a great quarterback. He obviously won a Super Bowl, but I think it had more to do with his coach and the system he was traded into. Because obviously he was playing for the Lions.
Mm-hmm. He was okay then.
But the Lions were still trash.
I mean, that would have had everything to do with him, though.
Exactly my point. But there's some people who can thrive wherever they go, i.e. Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, all right.
I mean, the Bucks wasn't super trash, but still.
I don't know, man. That's tough. That's really tough because Tom Brady, he wouldn't take his tail over there to the Detroit Lions.
No, he wouldn't, and that wouldn't be wise.
Right, and then Tom would not have 7 rings if he had done that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Stafford is one that we could have considered. You put Dak over Stafford.
Yes, I did. And the other thing is Stafford, I think they said he, from some of the things I've been watching, he's dealing with like some type of injury, shoulder or something.
Yeah.
He has some type of injury going on. And Matthew Stafford he's not a young quarterback. Mm-hmm. Let's just be clear. He not in his first 5 seasons or nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you talking about when I said Russell Wilson, you was kind of like, man, but he getting kind of old. You know what I'm saying? So if we talking like being in the NFL is like dog years, like, I mean, yep. Matthew Stafford's not a young sprite out here.
Right. And we talking about the upcoming season. So the past, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this year, who is going to do a thing.
And not to mention, he came to a team with the greatest defensive player, probably almost of all time.
You like touching my hand. Go ahead. It's cool.
So, so Stafford, yes, I think he's, obviously he won a Super Bowl. He's a great quarterback. I mean, but all the other people I listed on my top 10, they're better than him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Deshaun Watson. You didn't put Deshaun Watson on the list.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, I did not. I did not.
Why?
For one, he had a whole year off, y'all. And of course it wasn't due to physical injury.
Okay.
But even in that year off, like I said, in the other quarterbacks that listed on the list, it's the quarterbacks they out here playing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then Deshaun, poor Deshaun, he in the AFC, where it's already a competition, but it's just too much stuff surrounding him that I cannot put him in my countdown at this particular time, at this particular juncture. I just can't.
The fact that he has all these allegations against him, is that have anything to, where would you rank Deshaun Watson in?
I mean, I definitely probably the top half.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
he's in the top 16. He's better than the lower half, of course, because it's 32 starting. It's 32 starting quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I would. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay. Let me say this. In light of all of his stuff, number 32.
Yeah, right.
Number 32.
Yeah.
In light of everything that's surrounding him, he's at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
However, we know he has been doing some
Is he
good
guilty?
things.
Is he wrong? Is he guilty?
You know, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. The only thing that makes it fishy, of course, is that it was so many allegations. So when we're talking about a pattern of behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's just a touchy subject because, and then I'm a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like my perspective, I'm a woman.
That's why I want to hear. I think it's important, yeah.
There are times when people, as a woman, some of how we feel about the attention maybe we're receiving from men or how we're treated as it relates to, being objectified. Sometimes our voices don't get heard and we get overlooked, or people automatically assume we're lying or we just misinterpreted something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So from a woman's perspective, I don't want to be dismissive of all the women who came forward and said, this is what happened to me.
Right.
So that's the part of me that's a woman. Like, I don't want to be dismissive, or for any person who may.
You understand there's another part of, like, there are some money hungry savages out here. And all it takes is an allegation, and this man's life could potentially be, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, the whole situation was really bad anyway, just because it's funny how Deshaun wanted to get out of his contract with the Texans and then almost immediately found, I saw a timeline up when I was watching some sports show, and they showed the timeline of him wanting to get out of his contract, and then they showed when the first allegations came, and they were so close.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, being in this world is kind of, you're torn, because like I said, we know that these owners are super rich people. We know that there are corrupt people in the world. I'm not saying that these owners are, because I don't know these people. I'm definitely not accusing anybody of anything in this instance, because I don't know the people or anything like that. But all I know is that the world is evil place.
Yep.
And then there's the part of me that says he wasn't convicted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then so, you start to think, obviously, I'm not only a woman, I'm a black woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, how many times have black people, black men, been falsely accused of something and treated like criminals for the rest of their life? And just because they were black and somebody said, yes, they did it, like their credibility was out the window because they were a black man, so nobody's going to believe them.
Yep.
So like I said, there's a lot going on in that story. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, if a sexual crime is committed, I don't care what color you are. Like, if you evil and you doing wicked things and you doing something wrong,
you deserve to go to jail.
Like, you deserve to
the penalty. Yep.
Hands
down. If he did it, he needs to pay the consequences.
Yeah, and the thing is, unfortunately, we may not ever know. The only person who's gonna know is God. God is the only person who was there in all those situations, and that's it.
Yep.
So like I said, it's just a lot of murky waters. And like I said, being a black woman, and they didn't. The case, obviously, the judge didn't feel like it was something that needed to go to trial.
Yeah.
So then now you get to the civil part, and of course, he has settled out of court with all these people. So when you do a settlement, it's kind of like, did you do it?
Yeah. Well,
like, what's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But those type of situations are very murky to, I think, even find the truth in them.
Yep.
And you don't want to be dismissive of the women, but at the same time, if he didn't do anything, he shouldn't be criminalized either.
Yep. That's a great point. I'm gonna let you out of this one. That was a great response. I love it. So let's go ahead and get into our top 10 wide receivers for the 2022 season. Coming in, you want to start at number 10?
Yeah, and like I said, the only 3 spots I had for sure are the top 3 spots. So
everybody
we might be working through the everything under the top 3. I do keep touching that. And and I got my nails done, so I'm like a clickety clack, 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 click, click, all on the table.
Yeah, just being a woman. You know what I'm saying? No, be your
so
whole
nails,
woman
you know what? I don't
with
even
these
normally
nails.
get nails, y'all, but I got my nails and I'm feeling all just flick of the wrist, tippity tap, tap, tap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You see me tapping on my phone, y'all trying to pull up stuff, tap, 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 tap. That's what I'm doing,
Yeah. My wife is funny, man.
So again,
it's why y'all gotta meet her. Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
So top 3, that's certain. Everything else, we might work through some of the stuff. You might, and I definitely want your input. Like, baby, I know I'm, sharing my thoughts, but like, obviously, if it had not been for my husband on my side,
that's funny.
I probably wouldn't have been into football as much.
Yeah,
because I normally preferred basketball. Like I was played basketball in high school. I enjoy watching gymnastics and track. Been doing this thing.
Yeah.
But so yes, my respects to my husband from getting me watching football.
Yeah.
So I definitely want your input on this list.
Something that only happened because we on camera, but I love it.
I'm a work in progress.
You know what I'm saying? No, get your lick because I did it in the first episode. That's what's up. I'm gonna take it. It feels great. You know what I'm saying? Cool. All right. Top 10 wide receivers for the 2022 season. Coming in at number 10.
I have Justin Jefferson.
Freaking Justin Jefferson, who I believe should be around like the middle of the pack, like 6'5", but you got him at 10.
Okay.
Why?
My reasoning probably is very superficial. In all of my watching of football clips and stuff like that, I don't ever happen to hear his name
as often.
Yeah, not as often. I don't hear his name like that. So he's just not, a name that rings in my mind. So a part of me feels like maybe he's not that impactful.
Oh, so remember that when we playing fantasy football this year, I don't want you to draft him. You know what I'm saying?
No, fantasy football different. You know what I'm saying now? Like let's not get that out of control. And the Vikings, I mean, they cool. The Vikings are cool. I really don't. Again, I'm Chiefs town. You know what I'm saying? So we always talking about AFC West and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay. But you're saying 6 or 7. Like again, we can maneuver him in the list as we are talking because we're kind of dissecting it. Because like I said, the top 3 they solidify, but
everybody
the other
else
is debatable.
Real fluid.
Yes, very fluid.
Okay, let's hear who else who do you have immediately above him at number 9?
Right now I have Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen?
Yes.
Over Justin Jefferson?
Yes, with the Chargers. But like I said, there's another person that was technically, I think, number 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that I didn't put on the list, but I was like, oh, God, he should be in the top 10.
Yeah. Okay.
So once we get to, after we get up to number 6, I'm going to tell y'all the 11th person, and we're going to see if we need to move him in and move somebody out.
Okay. But I can see the Keenan Allen above Justin Jefferson because of the play of Herbert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And quarterback, wide receiver ability are correlated strongly. You know what I mean? So if you get strong quarterback play, then of course the wide receiver play, with him being a number 1 wide receiver and being able to produce, is absolutely going to increase. So I can see that. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm thinking like straight up like talent, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Kirk Cousins versus Herbert, I'm definitely going Herbert. And then Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson. I think Jefferson's a little bit better technically, a little bit younger, but Herbert's going to make Keenan Allen look a lot better than what he is. Okay, I get it.
And you're saying only a little bit now. If we get back to the fantasy point now, from a little bit of research I did, of course, Justin Jefferson on fantasy, like you were saying, of course.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, yeah. And I like the Chargers. I do like, maybe I chose him a little biased.
Keenan Allen?
Yeah, based on his quarterback. Maybe I did on accident.
No, it's cool.
But
yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, number 8. Who you got?
Number 8, I have Jamar Chase.
Dang, he's low too. These
they low? But when we get, I don't.
Okay, well, these
cool.
are the top 10.
Okay. It's okay. You can learn me something. It's all right while we talking about it. It's okay, Jamar Chase.
He tore him up last year, maybe. Chase tore him up last year. He tore them up last year. He was a problem. You don't remember us playing it? I mean, I know it was Travarius. Well, I like Travarius Ward. He tore him up, but then you got to see him go against the greatest, or the best quarterback in the league, cornerback in the league right now. You got to see him go against Jalen Ramsey, and he ate that man up too. I don't know if Jalen Ramsey was off because of the Super Bowl, but my dog was Chase was eating. You know what I'm saying? And you know his quarterback is Joe Schmo, like you said. Nah, Joey Cool.
Joey Cool,
You know
cool.
what
I'm
saying?
getting it. It's
Yeah.
Joey Cool, not
Yeah.
Joe Schmo.
But Joe Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh, I like
that.
Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay, I like that one.
But yeah, number 8. This is only your second season. We get to see. This is your list. You get to make it what it is. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All
I
right.
can agree with that. You know, it is difficult, like when somebody is a newer player, because a part of being great is your ability to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
However, if we are just isolating 2022 in his case, then he's, I would say top 10.
Yep. Cool. Number 7. Coming on down the line. Who you got?
Now, number 7, I have Stephon Diggs.
Diggs. Okay.
Very consistent.
Very consistent. You like him because of his consistency?
I like him because he has a brother in the NFL.
That is a woman answer.
It's nice to see family. It's a family game, and they're both good. You know what I'm saying?
So
And they're
that's why he gets love on the list for top wide receivers. You funny.
Now, let's not sleep on Stephon Diggs.
You was credible. They was rocking with you too. That was your response. No, that's funny. Cool.
Well, I'm trying to we just talking football, what I'm saying? I'm just, everybody has their reasons why they like particular people.
That's right.
And we don't realize we be having a bias.
Yep. No, that's right.
For like little internal biases we have. We're like, no, I like them
And
better.
you're just aware of yours. And know
Yes.
how to articulate them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like the whole Kobe, Jordan, LeBron argument. You
We
know what
like
I'm saying?
Kobe because he had a fro. And that's why I like
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
that's funny.
but he still is. No, he's a good wide receiver. Like, let's not be confused. So,
No, he definitely is. And it's consistency.
so
He's
are you
not
saying that he should be lower than the other people that I just named off?
just if it just depends on what your criteria is, and as you explain it, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So like I set my stuff off of just being electric. You know what I'm saying? Playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Spicy type of players. That's gonna make highlight reels, and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, they do that for me. But if consistency, dependability, the Bills are a very, very good football team.
Absolutely.
And Stephon Diggs is a major contributing factor to their success. And Josh Allen, who you had number 2 on your quarterback list, and I just said, quarterbacks and wide receivers play into
That
one each other's
chemistry is very important.
success. He doesn't have a tight end like Travis Kelce, so we lost Tyreek, you know what I'm saying? So Pat still got Travis, you know what I'm saying? So without Stephon Diggs, Allen might, he might take a hit. So, okay, cool. And that's only, 7?
Yeah, that was number 7.
Okay, cool. That's not respectable. Like, yeah, I can see Diggs at 7.
Okay.
Got you. Number 6.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae.
So,
Your
another
top
one?
3. Better be fire. Like, I don't know. No, Devontae Adams. No, it's fine, man. You know what I'm saying? Roll with it. I love that you're being honest with your list. You know what I'm saying? But you also said, this is fluid. You said it's fluid.
Yes,
fluid.
I definitely said it's fluid.
It's like this wasn't a definitive thing. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? With the Oakland Raiders, and Derek Carr is now his quarterback.
Yeah, formerly, obviously, Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, if you can't, obviously he did a great job with Aaron, but if you can't,
again, right, if you go from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr, then yeah, you might not be as productive, big dog, as previous years.
This is true, but apparently Devontae left for a reason.
The money. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently he left for a reason.
I think he might be married too. You know what I'm saying? Me come home like, hey, babe, I can stay here in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? But if I leave, we get extra $10 million. What you gonna tell me? What you gonna
the
say?
Money that's a valid reason. Now, okay, this is part of my fact check. So I just want to know. So Devontae Adams, was he on the team when they won the Super Bowl, the Packers?
I don't know. Something we would have to look up.
Okay, so that would be my only thing. So obviously, if he was with the Packers when they won the Super Bowl, it obviously makes sense.
Yeah.
You go for the money. It don't make no difference.
Yeah.
I got a ring.
Yeah.
But also if he wasn't, seeing that Aaron cannot, he's not, now that Patrick's playing out, I don't have any hope for Aaron having another ring because I'm always going to hope that the Chiefs win. You know what I'm saying? But seeing how far Aaron gets and that he just can't, he ain't getting over the hump. It's kind of like, yeah, all right, I'm going to head out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm done.
I may as well get my money if I can't get no ring.
Yeah.
So
MVP. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, now here we go. Coming in, my wife's credibility on the line. You said number 5. Here we go. What you got?
Okay, wait a minute. Before we go to 5, remember I said that I had an 11th wide receiver that I technically didn't put in the top 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this person, and I want you to tell me if he needs to be bumped in and who we going to take out.
Okay.
Okay. So the other wide receiver I had down was Mike Evans.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
He's not on the top 10 at all. So based on what I've said so far, I got we got 10 Justin Jefferson, 9 Keenan Allen, 8 Jamar Chase, 7 Stephon Diggs, and 6 Devontae Adams. Can he move anybody? Can he technically take a spot and move somebody off?
Him and Keenan Allen are comparable to me because Tom Brady is still the GOAT.
Yeah.
But I do think Justin Herbert is ready to make a statement. They like 1A, 1B. I even see Mike Evans being able to switch in with Diggs. But again, he's a very good quarterback. So I can see the 11th pick being questionable. I don't see Mike Evans. He wouldn't make my top 5.
Okay.
Now Chase would, but it's neither here nor there.
Okay, so we can move on. I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, I had 11th when I miscounted. I was like, oh, I kind of wanted him. And I had Mike Evans on my fantasy football team last year, too. Yeah. But I feel like he was getting hurt.
Yeah.
I feel like I was missing points. I was like, wait a minute now. They said he was ranked super high.
Well, no, he did his thing. So I had him cause I played in another league, too. Like, he did
I know,
okay.
But I feel like I wasn't getting consistent points from him.
Yeah.
It was something going on with fantasy. But, fantasy football doesn't necessarily translate.
So no, tell the truth. No, tell the truth. We said we have biases, and the reason Mike is out of your top 10 is because he did not come through the way that you wanted him to in fantasy football last year.
Because when we picked people, they obviously had him ranked really high. As you're going through the rounds of picking, and I just feel like I didn't get all the points out of him I was supposed to get.
Yeah, like go score, do something. So, yeah.
So but I could be wrong. That's just all I recall from fantasy football last year.
No, that's cool. That's cool. All right, here we go. Number 5.
So number 5, I have DK Metcalf.
DK. I like DK. The Seahawks, they kicked everybody off the team but DK Metcalf.
Which is still ridiculous. You still need a good quarterback.
Yeah, right. But see, and that's why it's a little. His quarterback is Drew Lock.
Yeah, we don't know what that's going to happen.
We don't know what that's going to be. We got to whisper. We don't know what that's going to be. We don't know. Would I take DK over Stephon Diggs? I would. I would rather have DK Metcalf than Stephon Diggs on my team. Production, though, I do think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Drew Lock, obviously, and the Bills will be better, obviously. But I think the Seahawks will have to depend on DK. Like when we talk about just who they have on the team and who the offense is going to run through, is the offense is going to have to run through DK Metcalf. So I think he's going to get production by default. You know what I'm saying? Like who else? Like they just. Carson, they running back, had to retire. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be somebody. They got Tyler Lockett. But, of course, DK is better than him. So it's still going to go through. So, yeah. Drew Lock. I'm pretty sure Drew Lock is looking at DK a lot. And DK's a big body, so even if the ball is just throw it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's fast. Okay.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
Don't come for my wife at number 5. I like it. I got her back on that one. Number 5. Cool. All right, baby. Here we go. Number 4. Who you got?
Number 4. Now, I know he should definitely be in the top 10. Okay. 100%. DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know for sure he should be in the top 10. Now, again, like I said, where he should be on the list and compared to all the people I've said, I'm not 100% sure, but definitely DeAndre Hopkins. He's definitely consistently in the conversation. Like I said, from all the, all the channels I'm watching on sports and stuff, like they're consistently talking about DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. And his quarterback don't study, though.
Which means possibly his production can be even better if his quarterback studied.
Yeah, right.
Because maybe he's been open.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? D-Hop be open. Tyler just don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: we know obviously the Cardinals came out like 8-0.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's obviously Kyler. He knows what he's doing. You feel what I'm saying?
But they didn't. Did they make the playoffs?
Now let's not talk about it.
No. So you come out 8-0. I think they made the playoffs.
I think it was definitely a wild card game if they did make it.
I don't care about your 8-0. That
still speaks to something of your ability.
You could be playing it. I don't know who they was playing out either. You know what I'm saying?
But obviously he wasn't studying.
You're right. That's the problem.
Why they fell off. After 8-0, you know what I'm saying? That's why they fell off.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem. You know what I'm saying? Cool. All right. I love it. All right. Number 3. Here we go. This was your definitive picks right here.
Yes, definitive picks.
Okay.
Like these 3 are definitely top 3.
We can hold you accountable for these picks.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So number 3, I have Tyreek Hill.
Forget Tyreek. No, I'm with it.
That's part of the reason why he's number 3.
Yeah,
and he's not higher.
yeah,
on the list.
Yeah, because you're a traitor. You know what I'm saying?
Because why would you mess up a good thing? Is my confusion.
For real, babe.
You know what I'm saying? Like if what we doing is good, why are we trying to switch up stuff? But I get it. You got your ring. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's up off your shoulders. Like, okay, cool, I can breathe. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, get your money. I'm not mad at him.
Get your money, young man.
You know, I'm not mad at him.
He getting 30 mil, babe.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. He got a ring. So like I said,
he threw us up the deuces.
He definitely did. 100% threw us the deuces.
Nah.
Absolutely.
We threw him the deuces because he was asking us for 30, and we was like, nah.
Like, man, we already paying Patrick some money. And low-key, Travis I'm glad they restructured. This is a sidebar. I'm glad they restructured Travis's contract, even though all they did was move some money from the back to the front. Mm-hmm. But Travis definitely deserves a nice payday. You know what I'm saying? Considering I don't think tight ends don't typically play 16, 17 seasons or nothing. Like
Tony Gonzalez
maybe Tony Gonzalez did. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably maybe number 1, number 2 tight end ever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, tight ends do tend to last a little bit longer. I think a tight end. I just feel like tight ends be old. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason Witten. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just feel like tight ends just be old.
So how long did Shannon Sharp play then?
A long time, man. Shannon played at least 13, 14 seasons.
Okay, I was going to guess. I was literally going to say 13.
Yeah. So, yeah, they be in the league a minute.
But Travis is at 9, season 9 or 10.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. But Travis obviously deserves his money. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I get salary caps and all that type of stuff. I know you got to fit as many people as you can into, the best that you can get. But, technically the Chiefs have a little leverage. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We got Pat. We
who
got Travis.
Don't want to come play with Patrick?
You want $30 million? Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord.
Yeah, we can get somebody, again, obviously he's number 3 on my list. But you need somebody who can catch the ball, who can do their stuff. They don't have to be the fastest in the league to be a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So he's partly number 3 because he's no longer with the Chiefs. Yep. That's partly why he's my number 3.
I'm in agreement. Cool. Number 2. What we got?
Number 2, I have Why is my mind going blank? I obviously knew who I was thinking about. But I have Debo Samuels.
Debo?
Yes. Yes, I do. Now,
You was definitive on that.
he's definitely in the top 10
Okay.
wide receivers.
All right, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, cool.
He's definitely a top 10 receiver. I guess what I was really trying to say is that people I have at top 3 are 100% top 10 receivers.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what I was really trying to communicate. Not that they're guaranteed the top 3 receivers.
Okay.
So hopefully that gives everybody a little clarity.
No, that's fine.
But the thing about Debo Samuels, part of the reason I like Debo Samuels is, for one, I thought he was a running back. that's for one. So I'm watching all the the sports shows and stuff like that. Debo Samuels, I'm like that's what's up. Like, he's a good running back. They showing highlights and stuff. I'm like, he must be a running back.
Yeah,
he got to be.
He got to be a running back.
He got to be a running back. And then then it just was one day. It was kind of like, this is a wide receiver. I said, wait a minute.
Right.
This man is a wide receiver.
Yep.
So I partly have him at number 2 because now, again, I have kind of looked at a little bit of stuff, like some stats from a couple years ago. Some of his stats was a little lower. However, he's obviously was very impactful this past year, and his versatility as a wide receiver is
Talk to him, baby.
definitely a part of the reason
Talk to him.
why I have him at number 2. And I'm glad they were able to figure something out with his contract, is what I'm going to say.
Yep. That's credible. You have him at a top 3 wide receiver because of the fact that he has the ability to play so many different positions effectively, and he played it so well that you thought he played a completely different position. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody told you otherwise. Like, what?
Yes, absolutely.
He can catch the ball. Like, he's really supposed to be a wide receiver. Yeah. No, I feel you. They need to pay the man.
Yes.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
indeed.
But I think he doesn't want to be used like that for real no more. Get beat up, get beat down. It's tough getting hit in the NFL. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They're going to have to depend. Yeah. I think production for him. I think it might be a good year for him. Okay.
Yeah, I think they just got to get their quarterback situation figured out. But I think, from what I heard, supposedly Trey Lance is going to be the starting QB as of right now for the 49ers.
Yep.
So again, and other people I saw on this other countdown list, Jimmy Garoppolo and stuff like that. I'm kind of like, some of the placement of where they had him on the list, and I don't really quote remember exactly where they had him. I was kind of like, how Jimmy Garoppolo so close to the top, the top 16? I don't think he's trash or nothing like that, but again, it made me question their order. I was like, Jimmy Garoppolo ain't this high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Godspeed, Trey Lance. I hope you do well. You do have Debo now that it's been solidified.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And number 1.
So number 1, I have Cooper Kupp. He was in talks for being the MVP. I think they call receivers like a triple crown. Like, he had like most yards, most receptions, and I don't remember the third stat. But
he tore him up. Yeah, he was going for an NFL record this year. MVP talks. It was him that got them down the field to win that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He could have potentially been a Super Bowl MVP. Who was the Super Bowl MVP?
I thought Aaron Donald was.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I think obviously, because he still made that great play at the end of the game. Obviously, that helped them. Like, we won.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Aaron Donald was, like I said, only one of probably the best defensive player in the game right now.
Yep.
I mean,
maybe top 5, top 3 all time. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely Cooper Kupp, because you got to put a little respect on his name, because, like I said, he was in the MVP conversation, and it's most of the time the MVP is going to quarterbacks. So, if you're in the conversation with MVP and you're not a quarterback, that means you really did something.
Yeah.
Like, so, based on his performance last year, I still got to put Cooper Kupp at number 1. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I think Hill's production will probably pick up, because he's 100% going to be the number 1 option in that offense. 100%. So his, and I think we had to talk about this a while ago, but I do believe Tyreek Hill's stats are going to go up. But not necessarily because he has a better quarterback. regardless of what Tyreek said about Tua being more accurate than Patrick,
It's just they're gonna have to depend on him
which is a
more.
cap. But
He had like 111 catches last year, 1,200 yards receiving. It's going to be really hard to improve on that. But
yeah, but if that's the case, why would he even be complaining about
He
how
wanna
they
get
were
paid.
using him?
No.
Like how the Chiefs were
I don't
using
know,
him in
man.
the offense.
He
Like
was doing what we're doing right now on the podcast, and once you put these earphones on, you just kind of be feeling yourself. Like if y'all ain't never wore podcast headphones, man, y'all got to put them on. It just feels like you got to say something.
oh gosh,
Yeah. Okay.
So that's again my top three. Like I said, Cup, Debo Samuels, and Hill. Those are my top three definitively. And we didn't move Mike into the top 10 of my list, apparently.
That's not a bad list, baby.
Well, thank
Let me see.
you.
Chase. I might switch out D-Hop.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to figure out how to get Chase up a little higher.
Okay.
Maybe moving down Diggs. I would probably put Keenan Allen. It maybe Diggs. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about it. I would try to get Chase a little bit higher. I would try to get Jefferson higher. But like the people that you named, it's kind of hard to move them out the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, you said DK. That's a very, very solid list, official list. And anybody that say anything in comments, I think we can stand on it. You know what I'm saying? on where we're coming from. So I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you tuning in to another episode of She Knows Football, presented by Kansas City, My City. So we want you to go purchase a T-shirt, okay, at kansascitymycity.com. We want you to follow us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Kansas City, My City, YouTube, Kansas City, My City, She Knows Football. Check us out.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. We're gonna be doing this all season long. It's only gonna
Ain't that
get
just
better.
like a wife? Like, you know what I'm saying? After I just said, like, that's what makes sure. Doing wife stuff.
You know, I'm just trying to make sure that people know
It's a
that
little easier to take on camera.
This isn't
You know,
just a
said,
couple of episodes. Like we doing this all season.
But
like,
I said Facebook. Okay, that's fine. Should we just make this a therapy session and just so argue on camera? No. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time. All right, peace.